Welcome to our NFL episode of the Fall Ball Fellas. Coming out weekly like always. We got the boys back and ready to go. So, it's a little recap of the weekend that we just had. I'm sure Hunter will chime in at some point over his embarrassment of an Eagles squad blowing a 21-point lead to the Dallas Cowboys. Now, we can talk about this after. Let me go through my little recap, and then you can do your little rant, all right? Chiefs, fourth quarter comeback against Colts. Can't say I'm surprised. The way that they were glazing Mahomes that entire time, all the roughing the passer calls that they were giving him for the softest stuff possible. Maybe let's call some for Daniel Jones once in a while when they sling him to the ground. Maybe, no one gets treated like Mahomes. The NFL is starting to become the NBA, where they protect their superstar players, and guys that aren't superstars and make the league millions of dollars, they're fine if they get hurt. So it's okay. Colts did blow that game, though.
I definitely think Mahomes gets more calls than anyone else, and I've repeatedly talked about the study. Burnsy, you should look into this study. There was a study done by the University, I think it was of Texas, where the Chiefs have gotten like 40% more calls than any other team on game-winning drives. And but I also think it's just quarterbacks that sit in the pocket get more calls than running quarterbacks. Like the calls
Mahomes is a scrambler, though.
Not like a crazy scrambler. Like he could scramble. He's like a Herbert scramble. Like he can, but it's not like his main thing like Lamar. Lamar doesn't get called for anything.
That's true.
Yeah. Anyway, that's my point. Move on.
Yeah, that's fair. All right. We have the Lions avoiding an upset, kicking a game-tying field goal, and then they went to overtime, and Jahmyr Gibbs busted off a big run like he did constantly in this game. 60-plus fantasy points, by the way, in some leagues. I know in mine, I think he had, 65 or I think 60 on the dot. 66?
So good.
Yeah, absolutely insane. We already talked about the Eagles blowing that lead. So those were two leads, the Giants and Eagles, both the NFC East teams blowing huge leads. Now, Ravens and Steelers tied atop the AFC North currently. Steelers dropped a close game to the Chicago Bears, and the Ravens won an ugly game against the Jets. Honestly, I didn't know who was going to win that for the majority of it, but I don't think we're too surprised. Texans, if I remember this correctly, 8 sacks on Josh Allen. Offensive line could not block for him. They even converted a 4th and 27 on a hook and ladder play, and then proceeded to not get a first down the next 4 plays. So they lost. And then the Rams, Seahawks, and Patriots all stayed hot. All those teams have 2 to 3 losses, but they all won their games. And that's pretty much all I got for our recap for the weekend. All the rest of the games were somewhat of middling teams that their outcomes really didn't matter too much in the grand scheme of things. What do you guys have to add?
Take it away, Burns.
The Steelers are terrible, is what I have to add. But no, seriously, that Jahmyr Gibbs, man, having him in fantasy football is a blast. You know, I got a player comp for you. Jahmyr Gibbs is the modern day Jamal Charles. When it comes to just he's so fast. He can break off any run. So that was fun watching him score in overtime. The Ravens keeping that close game with the Jets. That's the only thing that gives me hope for the Steelers is that the Ravens also look terrible. Yeah. I did get the Cowboys pick right. Okay, sorry, Hunter. I don't want to do it to you, but that Cowboys offense and George Pickens looks so good. Mm-hmm. I mean, if their defense can,
but CD is
hold the other team to 25, 30. Yeah, he a lot of drops, but
he's taken a step back this season.
It was a fun weekend of football. I know me and the boys hit a little parlay, not these boys, unfortunately, but I'll be sharing those picks, I guess, from now on. But
I'm so sad about
that. It was a good week of NFL ball.
I would like to call out the absolute abomination. These guys send me, they're like, hey, look at this TD parlay you just hit. Thanks, guys. Thanks for sharing prior to, it hitting.
I knew about it, and I didn't add money to my account and put it in because all of it was tied up. So very sad about that. $10 would have won 600. So maybe we'll drop a parlay. Yeah, maybe we'll drop a parlay moving forward on the weeks. So play of the week. Not that this is a segment or anything. The Jameis Winston touchdown catch from Gunnar Olszewski. Absolutely gold. I love Jameis Winston.
That was awesome.
Beautiful.
I saw this one tweet, and honestly, I don't think I've ever stood behind a tweet more than this one. This guy said that there should just be like a loner pool for quarterbacks, and you just put Jameis Winston in, and anytime a starting quarterback goes down, you just start
get
him
Jameis.
on that team. Doesn't matter. He's not on any team. He just goes to whatever team it is and starts.
Yes.
Because we need Jameis Winston on our television. He is.
I would. Yes.
When my kids ask
Absolutely.
me who my favorite football player to watch when I was younger, it'll be Jameis Winston. By far, I'll be showing them Jameis Winston highlights.
I would do anything to have him on the Steelers. Anything.
Honestly, yeah.
At least our offense would be fun.
Mm-hmm. All right, so we came out of this week with some injuries. Now, I'm kind of scrolling down here. The big one that comes to the top of my head was the T. Higgins concussion. He's already been ruled out for Thursday.
Yeah,
which,
that looked
go
bad.
pick up
got some Thanksgiving
Yoshibas.
games. So what makes me mad about that too was there was clear. They ended up calling a pass interference on it. That dude was draped over him and landed full body weight basically on T. Higgins' head. Not on offensive or fantasy wise, but I know Kyle Hamilton got hurt in that Ravens Jets game. He's kind of the unicorn on defense.
Yeah, that'll be rough if he can't play this week against the
Mm-hmm.
Bengals with Joe Burrow coming back.
Yeah, Burrow's back. Yeah.
Joe Burrow with a legacy game with Kyle Hamilton out would be a rough one for the Ravens.
Yeah. Yes. Oh, absolutely. And what else we got here? I don't think anyone got. Josh Jacobs missed a game. Emmanuel Wilson filled in very, very well for him this week.
Yeah,
great
he did.
fantasy addition.
I want to give a fun fact. A league that me and Noah are in. At 12:59, I put in Emmanuel Wilson for Sean Tucker, and it won me the week.
It's a great start.
Do you know what's funny is I did the same thing as I put him in for someone in the league me and Hunter are in right before it started. 12:59
saved me.
Yeah, that was huge. 2 touchdowns, over 100 yards. I mean, talk about stepping into big shoes and fulfilling them. Well done.
Yeah.
Well done, Emmanuel Wilson.
I know Baker Mayfield got beat up a little bit, hurt his non-throwing shoulder in that Rams game. That game was non-competitive from the very start.
Let's talk about coaching decisions here.
Okay.
Your quarterback is already showing signs of pain in his left shoulder. Now, mind you, not his throwing arm. But let's call a deep pass where this man's got to put everything in his body into it, and then he just falls forward and shatters it some more. Great job. That's almost as bad as freaking what's his name, the Commanders coach, leaving Jaden Daniels in and Jaden Daniels getting injured. Like, let's talk about some of these coach decisions. Awful.
Yeah. That Rams defense is so good.
Oh, it's insanely good.
Oh my gosh.
They have a bunch of no names at corner and safety, and they have one of the best secondaries in the NFL. Their schemes are phenomenal.
They are so well coached.
Yep. McVay's one of the best coaches, and we forget the only team that really matched up well with the Eagles last year in the playoffs were the Rams. They were 10 yards from taking the lead late in that game, and the Eagles
if that game's
yards.
if it's not being played in a blizzard, the Rams might have won that game.
Yeah. So I do want to give a shout out to one guy. We did this for Jacoby Brissett. I want to give a shout out. We won't do this often, if ever, to the Cleveland Browns and Shedeur Sanders. Shedeur Sanders was the first Browns starting quarterback to win their opening start, and correct me if I'm wrong, I believe it's been 17 years.
Since 1995.
Yep.
Okay, 30 years. I lied.
Oh
30
my
years.
gosh.
I couldn't remember if it was 17 or 30.
Yeah, it's the first Browns drafted quarterback.
Oh, sorry.
That started
it was,
and won his first game since 1995.
Sorry, I think they've went through 17 quarterbacks or something.
That's probably true. Yeah.
Okay.
Playing the Raiders.
Did you guys
help.
Did you guys
see some nice throws though?
He did. He can actually get the ball downfield.
He did.
Now
that throw to Isaiah Bond was a very good throw.
I was talking to one of my coworkers who's a Cleveland Browns fan, and if they can build
Oh,
somewhat of a
I'm
team
sorry
around
for them.
Sanders,
Oof.
like go out, draft an Ohio State wide receiver. I don't care which one. Draft an Ohio State wide receiver and sign a veteran wide receiver and get rid of Jerry Jeudy for the life of them because that man can't catch a football. They could
Oh,
be relatively
that
decent.
fumble he had.
Oh, where he's high stepping
I
at
feel bad for
midfield.
him.
Oh my
That
god.
was so
I
bad.
feel bad for him. He was gonna juke the
Oh.
guy. He had no idea he was behind, but you have to have some type of field awareness to know someone's going to
Oh.
be chasing you down.
Yeah.
I don't think Judy's a bad wide receiver.
He's
he's
awful
just an
wide
idiot,
receiver.
for being
He's
honest.
an awful wide receiver. He can't catch
I
the
don't
football.
think he's a number one.
No, he's not a number one.
But
let's be real. He's
he
a
can't
decent.
catch the
He's
football.
a
He
manageable
cannot catch
number
the football.
two.
They have weapons on offense with Judkins and Fannin.
That's what I'm
and
saying.
Njoku.
They've got the tight end.
Judkins did get hurt too, by the way. That was something where he might have.
He
gotten
came back
pressed.
in.
Yeah,
Did
he's
he?
fine.
Did
Yeah,
he come
he's
in late?
fine.
I think so.
We sure? Okay, because I know like the series after Samson ran for like a 70-yard touchdown.
Yeah,
On that screen
Judkins is
pass, I think that was his
Or was it
first
a screen?
touchdown.
Yeah.
Shitter's
Okay.
first touchdown.
Did you see
All right.
Shitter's interview afterwards though? Little cocky boy. He's like, that's from 1 week of practice. Imagine if I had the whole preseason. I was like, okay, bud, let's relax.
This is
here.
the reason he dropped in the draft was because of the attitude problem.
Saying Lil cocky boy is he is the most cocky person I've maybe seen play in the NFL. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's not great. All right, so Hunter, you want to get us started into your fantasy segment for the week before we jump into the events that are coming up?
Yeah, let me open up my notes real quick. So I will go out and say, I went like 50% last week on my starts and sits. One of my starts just did nothing, literally nothing, put up 0 points. Jameson Williams against the Giants. They just ran the ball.
He had 0?
He had 3 targets, no catches. They just ran the ball the whole game, and Amon-Ra was just clearly the target. Jameson is such a hit or miss, and it makes me so mad that the one time I try and make him hit, he misses. But so I missed on that one. Jacoby Brissett, even though he went out for a little bit, came back in, still got roughly 20 points. So good start there.
Yeah, he was solid.
Told you to sit Ashton Genty. So sorry about that. Hope none of you listen to me because he went off for
our
25 points.
I sat him.
And then I also told you to sit Romeo Dobbs, which was a good sit because he scored about 4 or 5 fantasy points. So went roughly 50%, much better than the previous week. We're on the rise. So let's see if we can keep it going here. Let's get to like a 75% this week, 3 or 4 hit. First start of the week, it's going to be RJ Harvey. He's playing the Commanders this week. The Commanders have allowed the 5th most points to running backs. They do not have a good run defense. And RJ Harvey has been, he was already showing signs of life when Dobbins was still in. And now with Dobbins out and RJ Harvey the main guy, I really think that you need to start him. Honestly, probably every week, but definitely this week against the Commanders. I could see him going off for 18, 20 fantasy points, getting a touchdown because he's also involved in that receiving game, and they love him in the red zone. Second start of the week. Okay. Making his return to the NFL after a long time out injury because he's just a little fragile little boy. Start Joe Burrow. Couple reasons why I'm picking Joe Burrow. A, he has a long history of just dominating against the Ravens. Even when they're the worst team, he always has a good game against the Ravens. And of course, his first game back is going to be against the Ravens. So I think this is going to be a great matchup for him. If Kyle Hamilton is out, oh my Lord, Joe Burrow is an absolute must start because Kyle Hamilton is the backbone to the Ravens defense. If Kyle Hamilton's out, that defense falls apart. I've talked about him before in this podcast, probably multiple times. If you're watching a play, Kyle Hamilton is there. Whether he's there at the start or the end, Kyle Hamilton is involved in every single defensive play possible. He is the backbone of that defense, and if he misses, Joe Burrow goes off. I love a Joe Burrow start here.
Okay.
So my 2 sits of the week. First one, going to be Michael Pittman. This man, he's got Daniel Jones, who's having a great season, But Michael Pittman has been another one of those guys that's hit or miss. He could have a 20-point week. He could have a 4-point week. I just think he's too inconsistent to go up against a Texans defense, who is the best defense in the league. We talked about this last episode. I think he's too inconsistent to have a good week. I could totally see you sitting Michael Pittman this week. And my second sit, and I have one note. I have literally one note, one line for why I'm sitting this man. My second sit of the week is Jordan Addison. And I'll tell you my one line I have underneath of it. JJ McCarthy sucks. That's my one line.
Dude, but what about 9?
9?
9?
That's what I thought your line was going to be.
9, dude. 9? Question mark? Nah, I like that.
So
who's your pickup of the week?
So there's a couple. I couldn't solidify on one. So I'm gonna rattle off. Hold on, let me pull up my waivers real quick because I think there's a couple guys that you could pick up, and I just want to be able to tell you the percentages. So 1 second. So wide receiver wise, I think you can pick up John Mechie. If you're struggling at wide receiver with Garrett Wilson out, Mechie has had 2 weeks in a row with a touchdown in each game. Mind you, that is what half of his points have come from, is a touchdown. So if he doesn't get a touchdown, you could be screwed. But he seems to be the guy for Tyrod Taylor with Justin Fields sitting out, John Mechie coming in. I think that John Mechie could be a spot play for you if you're really struggling at that wide receiver spot. And then I think running back-wise, Devin Neal. With Alvin Kamara injured, and what's his face injured as well? What's the other guy's name?
Kendre Miller.
Yeah. Kendre Miller out as well. Devin Neal's been the guy. And so I think that Devin Neal's another one of those guys where if you need depth and you need someone this week, you know, one of your running backs is injured, I think this could also be a good flex spot start for you. So those are my 2 pickups of the week. You know, I couldn't really solidify on one or the other, so I just threw out both of them.
Okay, no.
Yeah.
Oh, I wanted to tell you the percentages. That's the whole reason why I looked it up. So, Devin Neal is rostered in 2% of leagues, and John Mechie in 1%. So I'm pretty sure he's available in your league if you want to go snag him. If you're holding on to Jerry Jeudy like I've been the entire season, drop him and pick up Mechie or Devin Neal. I think Jerry Jeudy. These guys disagree with me. I think Jerry Jeudy is an awful wide receiver. Get rid of him. He's never gonna. He has had 1 good game this year and then 2 average games. So I think you can get some strong waiver wire pickups this week.
All right.
Yeah.
That sounds good.
If you do pick those guys up, don't watch the game. It's gonna be gross. It's gonna be ugly. Just check back around if they play at 1. Check back at 4. See what they got you, because it's gonna be ugly. I do like
2
those
highlights.
guys.
They'll show you 2 highlights while you're watching a better game at 1 o'clock.
Yeah.
All right. So let's talk about a little bit of the week that's coming up. We have the Thanksgiving slate of games. We got the normal teams playing: Cowboys, Lions, Packers. Good old. Right at 1 o'clock, Packers take on the Lions. Now, this is a big game for that division, especially with the Bears also being good. Whoever loses this game is kind of on a third place kind of track in this division. So Lions are playing at home. Usually they suck, and they're the embarrassment of Thanksgiving. Last few years, they've been one of the highlights of Thanksgiving. I personally think the Lions will win this football game, but with what I saw, their defense against Jameis, I'm not super confident in that selection.
Jameis Winston's better than Jordan Love, so I'm taking the Lions any day.
And Hunter has his clickbait for that.
There it is.
I mean, I don't disagree with him, though. I do think Jordan Love's a bit overrated.
He's so overrated.
Yeah.
So overrated.
His mechanics are horrendous. He throws off his back foot and throws jump balls. Like, I feel like
tries
half his
to be Aaron Rodgers a
Yes.
lot with the off the back foot throws.
Yes.
I hope the Lions defense sucks. I want it to be a fun, entertaining game. I want to sit there as I'm about to burst from all the food I just ate, and I want to be able to watch a lot of touchdowns.
Agreed.
And hopefully a lot by Jameer Gibbs
Yeah,
because I
that would
need
be
I
him
nice.
could definitely
in
see this
fantasy.
being a high-scoring game, but I definitely think the Lions pull this one out.
No. Okay. How we feel about this Chiefs-Cowboys game? Both teams got very, very big wins when it comes to their playoff chances. This game is going to be in Dallas, so
Ooh.
I
This-
think Dallas has the offense to win this football game
What is the spread
sadly,
of
it's
that
3.5 right now.
for Kansas
for-
City.
Yeah,
Oh,
I hate this game because I want both of these teams to lose. But here's my dilemma. Here's my dilemma here. I think the Cowboys definitely could and might win this game, but I want them and need them to lose this game. So I'm stuck in the middle here. But I definitely think the Cowboys could win this.
Okay.
yes.
Obi?
I'll save what I feel about that game for a little bit later.
Okay. Well, that's good then. And then the Bengals Ravens. I know we talked about Burrow being back. Game is in Baltimore. I just think the Ravens are the more complete team, and with T. Higgins being out, I know he'll have Jamar back, and Jamar typically will go off against the Ravens. I don't trust their defense enough. This is the type of game every single year where they could score 40, but the Ravens are going to score 48.
Yeah, this is good. This could be just it's like the same thing as the Ravens and Bills playing, right? 40 points each.
Man, the Ravens have not looked good.
No, they have not.
Like
Even with Lamar back.
Lamar is definitely still banged up, and you can tell he had a couple plays where he'd be going for the first down, and he'd pull up out of bounds. I just think he's still banged up, and I think what's the spread in this game?
7 on the dot, from what I'm seeing.
Ravens -7.
No. Oh yeah, Ravens -7. For some reason, I
Man,
thought you said
that's
that.
so many points with Joe Burrow coming back and how the Ravens have been playing.
Yeah, I could totally see that spread covering on the Bengals
That's a
side.
lot. Yeah.
I see it go both ways. I could also
But,
see this where the Ravens win by like 14 plus.
I could definitely see the over hitting in that game too.
This is an alt line money line play right here. Take Bengals straight up, or take the Ravens minus like 13.
Yeah. I like Bengals.
Okay. Also, outside of this, we'll just chat real quick about the 3 games that are the other big ones for the weekend, because the rest of the slate is kind of garbage. The Bears Eagles, both at 8-3, fighting for seeding at this point. The Bears are the top of their division, and so are the Eagles. So big in terms of the seeding of the divisional winners.
This is a huge game for both teams. And this is another line that's, I think, absurd to me. The Eagles are also 7-point favorites.
So many points.
I don't love that. I really don't love that.
The way the Eagles offense plays, like, I don't.
Fire Kevin Patullo.
Yeah,
Sorry,
also,
I didn't get it in earlier.
I also think the Bears they're not a good, like, they're not a great 8-3 team. They're not a great 8-3.
No. Well, however you feel about the Bears, and if you think that their win against the Steelers last week was a big win for them, I want you to think otherwise, because the Steelers are terrible. So
9-8 playoff team, baby. 9-8 playoff team.
Yep,
the way Mike Tomlin does it.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
That game could go either way. I still feel like the Eagles being at home are going to win that, and that's also a Black Friday Amazon Prime game.
Oh man, these games are all 3 Thanksgiving's games might be really good, and that Black Friday game might be good.
Yeah,
and then so Sunday. So wait, continue.
I was just gonna say, Eagles need that win, especially if we see the Cowboys somehow beat the Chiefs on Thursday. The Eagles need that win.
Well, the Eagles.
Cowboys are coming.
The Eagles are going to win that division. Like, there's just a little.
They're going to win the division.
There's too much separation there already. Now, the other 2 big games, we have and I call this a big game. 2 teams with winning records, divisional. Texans are going down to Indy, or I should say up to Indy to face the Colts. Their defense is going to be, is very, very good. but also I don't trust their offense enough, and I also think Jonathan Taylor can run pretty well. Main reason the Texans were able to do as well as they were against the Bills is that Bills O-line was beat up and playing poorly. They're not going to be able to generate that much pressure on Daniel Jones and the Colts. So I
No.
still think the Colts being at home, controlled environment. I think Texans plus 4.5 might be a smart bet, but I think the Colts win this game inevitably.
Yeah, I think the I think the Colts win this game, no doubt.
Is CJ back?
CJ, but
is-
there's no way he's out 5 years
CJ
with
is
a
back.
concussion.
Yeah, CJ is
It'd
back.
be his 4th week in a row.
How bad was that concussion, man?
He got rocked.
That's fair.
Yeah, CJ's back this week. Other guy that might come back this week is good old A-Rod. Might be making an emergence this week. The Steelers
please.
are hopeful for his return, but he did break his wrist, and usually 2 weeks is not enough time to recover for that. Was it his throwing arm or was it his non-throwing?
No, it's his left
non-throwing.
hand.
Then
It's
they
a
can just
broken
bubble cast him.
bone.
He'll be fine.
It's a broken bone in his left wrist. It's not his whole wrist.
Funny enough,
And-
that was the other game I was going to get into. This is a
Bubble
huge game.
casting his hand when he's gonna go under center. That's crazy.
That's the other big game though. Like Steelers are playing for the division still. They're still 6-5 and tied with the Ravens. Although it feels like it's done, even though they're tied.
It's done.
But here's the thing: the Bills are due for a big win, but also can they protect Josh Allen? Is the biggest question. The Texans' pass rush is good. The Steelers' pass rush is pretty darn good too.
Could we just start working our way into our underdog and best bets? Because that's
Yes,
where my thoughts are gonna start to come in.
It's,
All
here.
right.
it's not.
All right,
Their
let's get
pass
right.
rush is not that good. TJ
Okay.
Watt is
That's fair.
done.
Okay, let's get right into it then with the Fall Ball Fellas underdogs and best bets of the week. So, little recap of the week that was. Hunter lost both units. Just not a great week, not a great showing. Hunter's actually catapulted down to last place
Yeah,
in our season.
that's because I take
I-
big spreads, while these guys are taking little -110s.
You took a plus 150 for the Colts last week. I took
Yeah.
plus 150 for the Browns.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Okay.
The Raiders were favored.
Yes, but that's why I picked
Oh
the
my
Browns. All right.
gosh.
So I picked the Browns. I gained about 0.5 of a unit here. I am down 6.3. Phil is down 1.9. He won his. Did he win his best? No, I'm trying to think of what he hit. I can't think of it off the top of my head. I know he picked the Colts. He hit his best bet though. And then Bernsey, decent week. You hit on the money line and lost your best bet. Sorry. Phil pushed. That was what it was. He had Steelers plus 3.
I'd like to say, shame on me for picking the Steelers. I am delusional. I need mental help.
Okay.
And if I ever pick the Steelers again, please drive from Connecticut to Pennsylvania and kick my butt, because that is pathetic.
All right. Well, let's go. I'm going to go over Phil's real quick because it's 2 games we talked about. He has his underdog as the Cowboys plus 150 against the Chiefs and the Bears plus 7 against the Eagles. He picks every single week gets something against the Eagles.
I knew it.
Yeah. All right. What do you got? What do you boys got? Want to get the
Lead
best?
it off, Hunter.
Give me my best bet of the week, and my underdog might be the same game. But give me my underdog of the week, the Cardinals to upset the Bucks. With Baker injured, I think Jacoby Brissett can do it. So give me the Cardinals upset at plus 130. And then for my best bet of the week, I'm gonna stick to it. Hold on, guys. I'm having a mental breakdown here. I'm switching it up. Give me same game, over 44.5, -110.
Okay. I don't hate it. I think that could definitely hit. No, B, what do you got, buddy?
All right, best bet of the week. I got the Bills. to cover against Steelers. I think it's just unraveling for the Steelers. I think they did the same thing last year, this exact time of year. They lost 5 in a row.
You know what's crazy? Is
And
I
I
was
think
going to pick the Steelers to be my underdog of the week, and you talked me out of it.
that is actually crazy. Give me the Bills, and if I could alt spread it, I would do -9.5.
Do you want to take -9.5 as your best bet?
No, I don't actually. I'll take the points that are being laid. And then you want my underdog of the week too?
Yeah.
Give me the Cowboys.
Okay.
I think that is crazy that they're dogs like that. Their offense is so good.
At home on Thanksgiving. And
oh, yeah.
All right. So I have 2 absolutely disgusting plays this week. All right. Now, I'm rolling with my dog Shador. Give me the Cleveland Browns to win +200 this weekend.
Against the Niners.
+200 against the Niners. Mr. Brock Purdy 3 pick. You ain't going to be able to do that against Shador Sanders. He ain't no Bryce Young. He's better than Bryce Young, all right?
He's worse.
He's better than Bryce Young.
I'm with the other Noah here. He's worse.
That's crazy.
I'm just kidding. I can't make that assessment yet. But Bryce Young showed himself in this last game. 2 interceptions, 1 being in the end zone. Like, what are we talking about? He has great games every once in a while, and then he just returns to the same old Bryce Young, not being able to see over his O-line, scrambling, not making the right decisions. Now, this is where it gets really gross. I got a Thanksgiving play at 1 o'clock, and I'm only going to need 15 minutes to know whether or not I hit this play. I'm going to take Jahmyr Gibbs 5+ first quarter receiving yards at -120.
Ooh, I like that. Dude, he has 8 catches a game.
I was looking at 10+, but like to be safe for my best bet, he needs one little catch for 5 yards. They love running that little Texas route down near the goal line from like the 8 to 10 yard line in the first quarter of football games. So
yeah,
I like Jahmyr. The 5 yards, that's all you got to get me. I think he's going to get a catch, and with how explosive he is, could easily hit that.
Yeah.
So
I will say, I mean, coming back, just coming on the podcast, I'm behind a few picks. I should be able to get 2 bonus bets this week. I'm not saying you have to grant them to me, but theoretically,
I'll think about it.
They would be the Bengals to cover that spread in the Ravens game. I think they win outright, but I love them to cover, and I'm with Hunter with the Cardinals money line.
Okay. Well, you heard it here first.
If I could take an extra bet, mine would be alt spread 49ers to win by 6.5.
Okay. Against the Browns.
If I could take an extra bet, I'm going to ladder Jahmyr Gibbs first quarter receiving yards. We're going to go 5, 10, 15, and 20. Take 1 screen pass to the crib,
gross.
baby. Let's go.
All right, y'all. That was our best bets and our underdogs. Honestly, I've been on an awful run. None of us have been positive. So let's see if we can make some redemption this week. I need to climb back out of this deficit. I hope I don't know if anyone actually follows our best bets and our underdogs, but I've lost money. So let's see if we can redeem ourselves this week.
Do not redeem the gift card.
I love the spreads this weekend. I think it's going to be a fun weekend of football.
Yeah, no, it definitely will be, and I'm excited to watch some football, take a nice nap, eat some good food on Thursday. So really looking forward to it.
The new college poll just came out.
I'll see you this weekend. Oh yeah, they just dropped the college football playoff poll?
Yeah,
they did.
Okay.
College football
we don't care
rankings
about
revealed.
This, though.
I feel like we.
Is there anything crazy? I know. Did Oregon jump up in that?
Oregon jumped Ole Miss.
Yeah, they should have. Ole Miss played a bum team. Where is this?
Tulane playing Texas Tech.
Oh, okay. I mean, they still have Miami in the field, right?
They haven't released all of them yet. So it's
Texas Tech is 5.
Yeah, Texas Tech's 5. Notre Dame's 9. A&M's 3.
This is an NFL podcast.
That is true.
I know. Well, listen, we're Adam Scheftering it right now. We can throw in some live
We are
updates.
Adam.
We
here.
are.
Yeah.
It-
We will get more timely with these, like whenever these start getting really, really important, like when they actually drop the rankings. I think they do that on like a Saturday. We're gonna go live for that and make sure that we get some accurate responses from us. But just stay tuned. Moving forward, like I said, next week we're gonna be live on YouTube when we record, and just take a peek out on social media. All right, we good?
Love y'all.
I'm
Thanks
good.
for listening. Go follow us on
Happy
social,
Thanksgiving.
all that influencer stuff that people say. And enjoy yourself some
Happy
turkey and
Thanksgiving.
football this week.
Yes,
Let's
sir.
go. Best time of year.
All right.